Hello? Yeah, I think we're on there, Dave. Okay.
Yeah.
So what we're talking about for the Pierres, so I gave Joey Pierre that information about that bridge, but it's still a dispute with the Indian band.
Yeah.
About that. But, and anyway, so that the boundaries for the Penticton Indian band, it's where there's the old Fosbury property goes this side of Trout Creek, eh?
Yeah.
And hardly anyone knows it's part of the Indian band reserve. But anyway, I have a little bit of information about how that happened. But.
There was a piece of property in there that Deachens owned.
Who's that?
Deachens.
I don't know that.
She was a Brent.
Oh, yeah?
And, they had a home just across from the rodeo grounds in there in the corner somewhere.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, for a while. So that wouldn't have been, I wondered how that was classified. It wouldn't have been reserved. No.
Which Brents did you know?
Ferdy and Josie and all Ferdy's family, Sandy, Donnie, Alice. Yeah. Donald was like, Donnie and I were kind of like brothers. And then he was my cowboy and I ran the Bennett Ranch at Kelowna. Yeah. But we tried up there, Dave, like I tried to get those, the Pierres and the Pauls and everybody to develop that land because we raised the dam at the Upper Brent Lake, eh? And that water would sit there instead of being used, so. Hi, Barb.
Hi.
Yeah.
Hi, Barb.
Oh, hey.
I made it.
You made it.
Yeah, it was really rather funny because I had them all come up to the ranch. Pierre's and Paul's and Stuart came up, and Stuart bought a white man.
Stuart as in Phillips?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah?
He bought a white fellow with him, eh? And so we're sitting in the kitchen talking about this, and Joe said, "Oh, it's sure nice that first time we've ever talked about sharing water." And this guy says, "I don't know why you want to work with these people. They won't do anything anyway." And that, I thought, well, I'm glad Stuart bought you, not me. But there is so much potential there that could be done. But, of course, there has to be some monetary balance there, too, and they're not that interested in getting into the farming right now.
Yeah. Now, which Pauls are you talking about?
Well, it used to be, it was, what's her name? Rachel's daughter was out there at the time. And Alec Paul and old Dominic and Baptiste were both gone, eh? Yeah. But the Paul field and the ranch had leased that for years, eh?
Yeah.
And it's split into by the eastern side is Lazards. So it was kind of complicated dealing with them, eh?
Yeah,
Yeah.
So I'm working on this Pierre tree, and I'm having trouble with some of it, but can you tell me a little bit about Thomas?
Thomas was always the hardest one to know to me. He's a good man, but he's very how would you put it? Well, he's just doing his best to make sure that the natives don't get robbed anyway.
Yeah.
And I've always appreciated Thomas, but he's the one that would confront you if, like, over this water deal or anything like that. Eh? Yeah. Yeah, and Liza, his wife, is a pretty good influence. Yeah. But
What do you think of the new chief, Jonathan Kruger?
I don't know him, you know that?
You know,
Yeah.
he's on Facebook with me, so we communicate quite often.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
Younger guy, but I think his heart's in the right spot.
Well, that's good. Yeah. It's like Sam Baptiste is a good friend of mine from the Oliver Reserve, right?
Yeah.
And Sam, when he was manager, and that, he said, I won't own anything, and nobody can point a finger at me. And he did his darndest to make things work for them. And I think they're coming around that way more all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, why don't you tell me a little bit more about your life personally? Like, okay, you mentioned about your father had a bakery in
Yeah.
Penticton. What was his name?
My dad's name?
Yeah.
Seymour Rolston. Seymour
Oh.
Rolston, and they had the home bakery in Penticton, yeah.
How long was he in Penticton? When did he get there?
Oh boy. Well, they were only married for 5 years when he died, and they'd been in Vernon prior to that.
Oh, yeah.
And there was him and his brothers, several of them were bakers, so
Oh, yeah?
they had a bakery in Vernon as well, yeah.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Do you do any baking?
No. No.
Yeah. Let me stop for a second.
Okay.